Yeah. SC Sports World back in the house, man. I'm excited, man. Me and Jim had a chance to cover middle school championships in the City League, gave out some trophies. I'm going to run some of those clips from that. But, yo, what's going on, fellas? Good to see everybody.
Yeah, likewise, Luther. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jim,
we're good.
You good? You got your Outcast
Got
sweater.
the Outcast, man, you know.
And all that. I love it. What's the G?
Oh, this is the Homestead Grays, man. It's the Homestead Grays. That's the
That ain't their colors.
it's the African American version. It's the whole hat, man.
Oh,
We
okay.
thought you were eating at an Italian restaurant or something there. Yeah.
Trying to press him over there, and he had to flip it on you real quick.
You know what I mean? Gotta get him, you know, hit him with the whoop wop and the whoop wham.
All right. Fizzle in here. All right, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Big Rome? How you feel, man?
Feel good, man. How you doing today?
Yeah, Rome coming here got me hungry, man. But what's up, Jim? You with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jim. What you got for us? Why don't you start it for us and give us your first attempt with smoking? Jim, what's up?
Hey, thanks, Lou. I always say, and I said it last year as well, that the hardest part for the Pittsburgh Steelers is not counting down to 53 or stopping at 53. There ain't 33 NFL players on that football team. So I believe that the 12 or 13 rookie draft picks, if they select them right, will make this football team and make it better. And when you have that many picks, I would risk in the first round taking a quarterback. And my number one quarterback the whole time is a guy that nobody heard of until this weekend, Taylor Green. And the reason I like to do comparisons, you know, and it's not necessarily what he did at Arkansas, because at Arkansas he was a star, but it was what he did at Boise State as a young quarterback that opened my eyes. Now I compare him to Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks is in the New Orleans Saints Hall of Fame. He only had 4 good NFL seasons. All 4 of those seasons was with Mike McCarthy. Aaron Brooks is 6'4", you know, so he was a big quarterback. He ran a 4.5, 3.40. He had a decent vertical. You look at Taylor Green. This is a freak of nature. This is Terrell Pryor 2.0. This is 6'6", 230 pounds, 4.36 in a 40. NBA 43.5-inch vertical jump, and he's a 4-year starter. Here's a guy that can come in and sit the bench for a year or two, even though he's ready now to be a starter, but sit the bench a year or two behind Aaron Rodgers and develop, and Mike McCarthy can develop him into a Pittsburgh Steeler Hall of Fame.
All right. Hey, we'll see. They didn't meet with him. Listen, man, I want to run a quick clip. Hold on. Actually, it's not up. I could have uploaded it when I went out. It didn't pop up for me. Hey, but
hey, Lou, I thought you would at least give me credit for mentioning for him over a month. Taylor Green, I got beat up on his show every time I mentioned it. So I didn't
get him at the combine. He looked good.
I didn't get beat up tonight.
Yeah, Jim, you didn't get beat up, but they're saying they might try to move him to tight end. I'm just saying, you know. I hope they don't try to move him to tight end.
Well, that black guy that wears all them old goofy hats that look like a clown now. They talked about moving him to tight end. He took a team to the Super Bowl and almost won it. So they can talk what they want, but you got to be smart enough to keep it. What's that quarterback from Carolina that's a clown now? What's his name?
Who's a clown?
You talking Bryce Young?
Bryce Young?
No, the quarterback from Carolina that was good. That's on TV. Tall.
Cam Newton.
They were talking about moving Cam Newton. That's why he left Florida. He left Florida because they wasn't going to play him at quarterback.
Hey,
He left Florida because he got kicked out of Florida.
Right.
senior.
He was behind Tebow. How he left 40? Like, I mean, right now he dresses like he's someone's imaginary friend, but you know what I mean? He was legit. He was legit quarterback.
He was a friend.
That's pretty. I like that. Oh man. Hell no, yeah, JLP, that's what we was talking about.
my bad, bro.
Hey, look, mine is sweet. Then we'll come to you, Claudio. Glad you all dressed up like you came from a speech or something. But
Man,
Smokey Jim set it up for me. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Next one I see
Hey, but here's out and about from a game that me, Jim, and Jacoby did for Steel City Sports World. Just a couple clips and interviews and our trophy award. Hold on, let's run this. Luther Dupree, Steel City Sports World. I'm here with the two players of the game. We gave my man, Aiden, he had 10 points in that first quarter, the SC Sports World of the game. And of course, we got Corin McGee. Fix that. There we go. Yeah, we gave him the beast mode, man. He was a beast, steals everything. Aiden, first, just tell me, how did it feel out there, man? I saw the size. I thought Allegheny was going to give it to you guys at first. You guys were missing some starters. How did you feel?
It felt nice being able to just get out there with my teammates one last time.
Okay. What's your last time? Where are you going? Where are you going to high school at?
Central Catholic.
Oh, okay. So we got to check you out at Central. All right. You playing football or just basketball or what?
Basketball and baseball.
Okay. All right. Last question for you. Where'd you develop your skills? How'd you come up playing any AAU teams or anything?
I play for Rise High Elite, and I just want to thank my mom. She does a lot for me.
Okay. All right, love that. All right, Corin, only in 6th grade, right?
Yep.
All right. You also play with your brother. How did it feel out there as a 6th grader? You played hard. You made some great moves out there. How did it feel?
Feel great. Just have fun.
Okay. And now you're back for more. Can we see you go back to back?
For sure.
All right. What are you going to work on for next year to make sure you all go back to back?
Layups, threes.
Are you playing any other sports?
Football.
Who you play for?
Lincoln.
All right. Hey, great job, man. Once again, hold up that trophy. Luther Dupree, Steel City Sports World. I'm here with the player of the game for the middle school championships. Amina Dooley, hold that trophy up. Listen, she was outstanding. You and Paige Brown were going at it. You had 26 points. Just talk about the game and how you were feeling out there.
I just felt like we had to win. We ain't come out this way to lose. It's either go big or go home.
Exactly. Talk about your game. I mean, you're real fast with the ball. You can shoot the three. You pass. Who'd you play for coming up and everything? AAU teams, or how'd you develop your skills?
I developed my skills through AAU because I play for the Bruins, Western PA Bruins.
Okay. Now, where can we find you next? Which school are you going to? What high school?
I'm attending Oakland Catholic.
Oh, Oakland Catholic?
Yeah.
Oh, man, they got another one. Hey, it was a pleasure to watch you out there, man. You and your 8th graders. How are you guys going to be next year? They still going to be pretty good next year without you?
Yeah.
Your sister's on the team as well, right?
Yeah.
All right. Last thing, what can you tell the viewing audience? Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
I want to thank my coaches, my stepdad, and my mom. Okay. And I want to thank everybody else on the team because I didn't just do it by myself.
Exactly. Hold up that trophy one more time. 2026 Player of the Year, middle school, Morrow, Amina Dooley. Look out for her. All right. Yeah. So that was we gave out those awards a couple hours ago, Jill. Man, we've been busy, but I'm glad we were able to get those awards. Enjoyed the game, Jill. Man, that was some good stuff, man. Let's jump back in the chat before Claudio gets ready. The Underground, what's going on, man? Make sure you give us a call, Underground. We got to talk to you about this combat. I missed the show. All right, yeah. Definitely make sure you go to the website.
RM Dizzle there. He watches my shows. So.
Oh yeah. We see RM Dizzle. Yeah. Howard should not just be given a job. Hey, you got to earn it. You got to earn it. All right,
Everybody does.
Claudia, you came in late, man. What do you have for us in your huddle up?
You know what? Good to see you guys. Forgive me. You know, Luther and Jim, you especially know I'm the corniest guy in the world. But on my show, I have this week's topic is don't be that person, capital THAT. In other words, don't be the person that when you see their caller ID and their name, you say, oh, damn, I got to deal with this idiot, right? I've been dealing with somebody who's really trying to nail me, and I'll deal with it. But it's really been upsetting to me. And I couldn't wait to be on the show today because, again, like Luther said one time after the boxing show, I needed this, and I definitely needed this. But, you know, I'm 61 years old, and whenever I receive an award to this day, it means a lot to me. Luther giving these kids awards, man, their eyes got to be like this. Man, I'm getting a trophy. So, Luther, I said this to you numerous times. Outside of you being friends with Smoking Jim, you're a wonderful person, and I give you all kind of credit for doing what you do. And you know what? And love Jim, Ralph, Rome, Fillmore. I got to see you guys in person here soon, hopefully. But just dealing with people sometimes, man, you don't have to be an idiot in life. But this guy's very insecure, and at the risk of sounding arrogant, forgive me if I do. He wishes he was me. Okay, he wishes he was doing. He does. He wishes he had the shows that I do. He knows he can coach. We'll go coach. Oh, I could scout. We'll go scout. He doesn't have. He wishes he was me. Okay, there's an old Italian saying, better to be jealous of me than to pity me. It's better for him to be jealous of me and say, oh man, it's a shame. You know, Claudio died or someone died, but the hell with him. But again, enough venting. But Luther, I commend you for presenting these kids with all these awards and medals, and for you, Jim and Jacoby, to do the games like that. I wish that there was somebody like that for me whenever I was a kid. That'd have been nice. But and finally, man, you have no idea how much I enjoy doing the show with you guys, and I mean that from my heart. I'd love to meet you one of these days physically, Big Rome and Fillmore, and just appreciate all of you.
All right, my man Claudio about to get me emotional in here, man. Appreciate it. And now that being said, let's get into the business that everybody wants to talk about. This NFL Combine. I'm gonna let Jim go first. He talked about his guy, Talon, the quarterback who's going to get drafted as a tight end. But I hope he gets a shot. But we'll see. We'll see. Give me your winners. Give me some winners you have for this Combine, Smoking Jim.
Well, I appreciate you cutting me out of all the interviews for the middle school kids. But hey,
you got a handshake in there, Jim.
Hey, listen, man. If you're white, you're all right with me, except for when you're in the media. This guy from Oregon, Dylan. This white boy's bad, man. Safety. 4'3", 6 foot. He's a tackling machine. He reminds me of Adam Archuleta, and Tillman. And hey, listen, he's the number one rated guy on my board. I would draft him.
Dylan Thieneman, I think his name is.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. He's the number one guy on my board. And this is a guy, if you go back to watch his film when he was with Purdue, best to come out of Purdue since Rod Woodson, and it wasn't a bad.
There we go.
I would move up in the draft and get him, but I think he might be here 21. I believe in drafting the best available players. I think this is a wide receiver draft, no doubt about it. Listen. I've always said there's no such thing as a bad draft. And this draft is turning out from top.
Man, shoot.
Top to bottom. No, there's teams that can't draft, but there's always been great players at every position in every draft. Some of them, I got you. Get moved to tight end, like Pitt tried to move Pelco to tight end for Tyler Pelco. So, but that's why he transferred to Delaware. So guys get moved around out of position. From top to bottom, this is the most athletic draft in the history of the National Football League. Couple receivers that I love. Listen, you guys are big high on Tate. Tate didn't do himself no favor. I love Fields from Notre Dame. He didn't do himself a favor with the 4.6, even though John Stallworth ran that. But two guys that I love that nobody's talking about. If I'm the Steelers, I'm getting 3 receivers out of this draft. One is Bryce Lance from North Dakota State. He's a freak of nature. His brother's Trey Lance. He's a wide receiver. He's unbelievable. But probably one of my top receivers in the entire draft is a black guy with a white name, Cad Hurst. From Georgia State. Freak of nature, Lou. 6'4", 6'5", 210 pounds, bounces off tackles like John Stallworth, runs away from you, got the attitude, everything you're looking for in a receiver. So you get a receiver late in the draft and early in the draft, and that's what I would do.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking at Trey Lance running at 4.34. I mean, as you know.
Bryce, Trey.
Sorry, Bryce. Yeah, Bryce Lance. I mean, the boy was flying, man, you know, but his brother didn't have much success. He's still trying to earn his keep. He's a
Neither did Walter Payton's brother Eddie. Neither did Walter Payton's brother Eddie.
All right. Hey, let's jump back into the phone lines real quick. Oh, appreciate that, Lori. Yes, for sure. Definitely trying to get the young guys together. All right. Let's get Big Rome, Fillmore, and Ralph. Give me your winners, losers for this NFL Combine.
Well, I only caught the quarterbacks. I didn't really catch the rest of it. But from what I saw, I like Green and I like Ty Simpson. I couldn't really tell, Mendoza, it's throwing the guys in shorts. I mean, it's not the game itself, and I saw some of these guys at the Senior Bowl that look good. Drew, the kid from Penn State looks pretty good.
Drew Allure. Nah, okay.
Listen,
no, I don't mean he looked good in the Combine, but he looked good during the season. But, I mean, yeah, he didn't look good in the Combine, and, we'll see where it goes from there.
All right, who needs some water, man? Somebody get some water. Somebody's throat is tore up right now,
Not
man.
mine.
But listen, I don't like any of these quarterbacks. I think Mendoza's going to be number one. But if you look at his stats, not that's much better than Shedeur Sanders. I think Shedeur Sanders is better than any of these quarterbacks that are coming out this year. He's going number one overall, but I don't think he has generational. He'll be an average quarterback, but I don't see anything special. As far as winners for me, there's a couple guys that I like that went under the radar. I think Jeff Caldwell, the wide receiver from Cincinnati, 6'5", 4.3 speed. I think he had a great combine. And in Alabama, their receiver, Jeremy Bernard, 6'1", 206 pounds, ran a 4.48. Solid numbers. He got 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns, but I think he was playing with a quarterback that I don't like in Ty Simpson. So, there's been some guys. I'm just hitting my winners. I'm gonna go to some losers. And Jim, I'm glad you admitted it. Malachi Fields, 4.6. I thought for sure he was going to run faster than that. Really disappointed. Also, I thought Emmett Johnson, the running back from Nebraska, he ran like a 4.5.6. I thought he would run a little faster. He didn't do himself any favors. And of course, the edge linebacker from Alabama, he ran a 4.840. So I think that's going to hurt him big time in this draft. But like you said, Jim, there's some receivers, and one that nobody's talking about that I like, Brennan Thompson from Mississippi State. Little guy. I love the little guys, but he's 5'9", 165 pounds. He ran a 4.26 and a 40. You got to be a fly when you're that small. But I think the Steelers could get somebody like him late. But my favorite receiver from the combine, I got to go with Jordan Tyson, man. Trained, mentored by Hines Ward at Arizona State. If he falls in their laps, they have to take this guy. I think he has star written all over him. He'll block. He runs hard. I'm excited about that. All right, Fillmore, what you got for us?
Luther, real quick here. Lance Zerlin has him on the mock draft for us to take him. So I want to let you know that.
Who, Jordan Tyson? Yes. Okay.
All right.
What you got for us, Fillmore?
So I don't put much stock in the 40 times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jalen ran the 4 for 3, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I see what he did in the field. He's not one of the top quarterbacks, in my opinion. My bad, Jim. Your boy from Notre Dame, yeah, he crapped the bed on that. But when I watch the 40, I look for the offensive lineman. Okay, I want to know who's running a sub-5. And Logan Jones, the center from Iowa, that young man ran a 4.9. Guess what? He's a stud already. He's already an All-American. We've seen what he did on tape. I'm not going to let stats change my mind about somebody. Le'Veon Bell ran a half 4.5. And they said he wasn't. There's running backs that they said were going to be explosive, and all of a sudden they run the running back from Nebraska. I can't remember the young man's name. He ran like a 4.5. Well, he looked better on tape than he did in the 40.
True.
I'm watching the tape, but when it comes to linemen, I want to see an interior lineman that can pull from the left side to the right side to the outside. And I'm looking at a guy, Spencer Fano from Utah. I'm looking at Logan Jones from Iowa. These young men may be some studs. They're running a 4.9, 4.91. Look at the fast linemen. That's who we be missing, man. The fast linemen.
Great point.
Okay, I like that. I like that. All right, Big Rome.
We can't go without talking about Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles was there, but we didn't know how much he was there until he started running and jumping. 4.46 at 245 pounds, 45-inch vertical. He got 11'3" broad jump, or excuse me, I'm reading off the wrong thing. I mean 11'2" broad jump, excuse me, with a 43.5-inch vertical. At middle linebacker over there, that's the stuff dreams are made of. Like, I wish that he was undercover, that nobody would have known him so he could slip, because that's the kind of middle linebacker that we need.
Yeah.
So that's miraculous. That's his brother right there that we have him locked up. He ran a 4.28, which is crazy. So both at Ohio State, they're a farm league. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they stink when it comes to playing in the playoffs for the most part, but they form some players for sure. Another person, they got Decario Davis. He's a cornerback out of Washington. He's 6'4", runs a 4.41 40. So that kind of adds with a 37-inch vertical. He's up there and he's capable. And y'all plucked one of my guys, Dylan Cinnamon. He looks like he's going to be. He ran a 4.35 40, and he has a 10'5" broad jump and a 41-inch vertical. So that kind of athleticism right there. I think he's 6'1", 201 pounds. So he's definitely covering from sideline to sideline. So that's a couple of winners that I caught.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Ralph, you want to jump back in? And Claudia, we'll get you in 1 second.
Yeah, like I said, I just caught the quarterbacks. I really didn't watch the rest of it. So I'm sorry. I can't,
All right. Claudia, what are your thoughts?
Well, I say this all the time. First of all, you guys know the insides and outs and the names and the schools. I don't. But I'll say this to Fillmore. Fillmore is now my Kelly Russell. Kelly and I always agreed on everything. Fillmore is spot on. He is spot on. Chuck Knox years ago, Jim, what was the guy? I liked him too. Winston. He was the offensive lineman for the Jets. Remember him, Jim?
Yes, yep, I do.
Jim don't know. Jim don't remember.
His name. He blocked for name it. But when they were going to draft him, they said, "Oh man, look at his upper body, look at his hands." Chuck said, "No, look at his feet. Look at that first step he takes. When he's pulling, that first step hit the ground, my boy was gone. And like Fillmore hit it right on the head. Also, Bunk Phillips one time, they said, you're going to draft Earl Campbell. He runs a 4.8 40. Bunk Phillips very casually said, well, if I need 40 yards, I won't give it to Earl. Okay. And in scouting, like for us, two more things. I said this before. Oh, another thing. There was a guy, and Jim will remember this. His name was Jerry Butler. He was from Clemson, wide receiver. Nobody wanted him.
Yes, sir.
And they asked Chuck Knox when Chuck drafted Butler, how come you drafted him? He said, because I like him. And that's what you need in an organization. Somebody to have some belief in somebody. And, you know, I said, whenever we have camps, the first day, like Ralph said, when they're in their shorts, they look pretty good. They're taking BP, they're running, they got to 6'8", 60, all that stuff. But so you put a little check mark. I personally put a little check mark on him. So I keep an eye on him during the games. Then we have a scrimmage the next day. He's backing off of a curveball. He's a day late on the fastball. And he's not a game time player, as I've said numerous times. Jim Leland said, give me the player who's good after the national anthem, not before. And something that Jim will say something, Jim Braddock from the University of Colorado State, something nobody's ever heard of. And that's what you have to do. It's easy to draft a Barry Bonds, but Phil Garner, 5'10", maybe runs a 7'2", 60, doesn't have a cannon, but he had good usable speed. Again, like Gilmore said, I'm not into the 40. How about if he can't run the bases good? Like I said before, Herb Washington was an Olympic sprinter, gold medal sprinter. He was the first and last designated runner in baseball history. He'd steal 30-some bases, but he'd get caught 20 sometimes because he didn't know how to make a jump. Andrew McCutcheon, one of the fastest people I've ever seen go from home to third. One of the fastest, but he couldn't steal. Why? Because he said go like this before he would steal. He'd rock, and he'd have a little bit of a hit before he'd slide. Okay? You got to look at mechanics. You got to look at more than just the analytics. Okay? And like I said, think out of the box. And don't turn the damn TV down. Don't listen to, what's that guy, the Mel Kiper?
I've been wrong a lot.
Bucky Brooks, all them guys.
All them guys. Oh, we got a call. We got some action. Hey, we got Rich. Richard's on the line. What's up, Richard? What's on your mind?
Hey, Richard.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
It's the underground.
Yes, sir. It's the underground.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Word up.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in, bro. So what were your thoughts, man?
No doubt, man.
What was your thought?
I had to call, man. Because y'all talk about the combine, man. I want to say this first. I definitely agree with Jim a lot right now. I agree with a lot of all of y'all saying. Don't get it twisted, but Jim, I like the Taylor Green cat. I ain't saying he's gonna be no star. I just like the style of play, and I want to see it. It looks fun to watch. You know what I mean? You go back and you watch his tape. It reminds you a lot of Colin Kaepernick, and Colin Kaepernick was just fun to watch. Wasn't the greatest quarterback in the world or nothing like that, but I'm a football fan. I love watching football, and I love somebody that plays different than everybody else. So I think I want Taylor Green to get a shot, man. And somebody's going to give him a shot. Somebody's going to give him a shot. That's what I feel. But
they going to give him a shot at quarterback or tight end?
Quarterback, man. Quarterback. I don't want to see him at tight end. But on the tight end thing, though, they did show that he's the same size as DK Metcalf, and that's crazy.
He's a big dude. Yeah, he's a big
dude. Yeah. I mean, he weighs just as much as DK Metcalf, and he's taller. You know, he's a little leaner because I think he's 2 inches taller, but that's a big dude, that quarterback. You know what I mean? And you'll be like, man, dudes don't really want to tackle him. And if he can get with the right system, like maybe a Jim Harbaugh, and be his backup or something like that, or go somewhere else where somebody trusts him, you never know. You know what I mean? You never know. But the combine was one of the most exciting combines we've seen in a while, you ask me, besides the quarterback position, because I think the media kind of downplays drafts that don't have good quarterbacks in it and make it feel like it ain't a good draft, but that's another thing. Jim with that, this is a really, really good draft, man. Look at all the wide receivers. Y'all already talked about it. Y'all talked about plenty of them. But a guy I didn't hear y'all talk about was the Sadiq cat from Oregon, the tight end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He went crazy in the combine. I mean, to me, I compared him the way Sony Styles went crazy, but he's just not getting the same press. You know what I mean? And when I watch Sony Styles on tape, I don't see the combat result on tape. You know what I mean? I ain't saying he ain't a good player now, but even the stats in the tape don't match that combat performance. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We will see with Sony Styles. But Sadiq, I think he's going to be a star. On the Steelers tip, I think they got a plethora of wide receivers to pick from. They definitely should get 2 out of this draft. They don't have to go first round if they're reaching. I wouldn't reach for a wide receiver because there's plenty of them. If
I agree.
Wide receiver we wanted ain't there, I say we go offensive line or defensive line or safety. Like Jim was talking about, I do like the white guy from Oregon. I like the comp he said, and Archuleta. I like that comp. So we do need a lot of positions for Pittsburgh. So don't reach. Get the best player at every pick in the draft. We got 3 first-round picks. I think that's the sweet spot. But only thing else I got to say is that the free agency is going to switch everything up, man. Once the free agents go around and around, that might change everything. You know what I mean?
Great point. That's for sure.
Great point. Hey, listen, you know, Kyler Murray got cut. You know, I saw a couple things. Put him in a Steeler uniform and got up here.
What are we doing, man?
Hey, listen.
We just had a quarterback who couldn't see over the line. You want another quarterback that can't see over the line.
I know y'all was going. Hey, Luther. I know y'all was going to get the Kyler Murray, man. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling about Kyler Murray coming to Pittsburgh, man? Is it a dumb move, good move? What you think?
Ooh.
Can I go?
Go
Let
ahead.
me say this. Call of Duty comes out every single year. You got to worry about Call of Duty coming out, whether your quarterback's going to play or not. He's not for any of us. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm telling you what. If we sign him this year, I will not speak positively about the Steelers for the entire year. There's no way. That is a bad business decision.
I agree with you, Big Rome. And Luther a couple years ago said he should retire, and I agree. I think he's going. I don't think he's the guy for this for the team. And then they'll say, "Well, he's more agile than Aaron Rodgers." Who cares?
Right.
You know what I heard? I heard somebody brought up that he might. Oh, it was actually on 93.7 The Fan. They was talking about him maybe going back to play baseball this year. Now that I will sign
cool.
up.
Hey, that sounds great because
as much. That's for sure.
Yeah. Look, Kyler Murray plays football like he's an overactive cricket. So I can't
overactive.
He's short. He's always scampering. He has to play in the shotgun. He can't play under center. I don't want that.
Great point. You guys make great point. He's not the answer for this. And I never thought he was. Again, that's to my point. Everybody says he's a first rounder. No, he wasn't. And I said that before.
He was the first pick overall in the draft.
Yep.
Everybody, because scouts.
And he might come cheap. Because
But
$6 million this year.
Scouts are afraid to think outside of the box because, this guy said it, that guy said, well, hell, I better say it so they know what I'm talking about. That's not the way it should do. That's the way it should be. Do what the hell you think. Don't worry about what some other scout does.
That's right.
Whenever I work for a company, but sometimes I'll get hired, independently. And their scouts, act all big time. Oh, this guy, they use all this stupid ass terminology. I mind my own business. I watch the guy. I watch his feet. I watch his head, the whole 9 yards. I don't pay attention to them. I don't pay attention. There's a guy I know. I love the guy, and he's great at sports, but he doesn't think Buster Douglas is a great boxer. What can you do?
Hey, Rich, bring it back, Rich. Are you in favor of a Kyler Murray coming here?
I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm not gonna throw the Steelers in the garbage if they do it. I'll tell you that much. I don't think it's that bad of a decision for. I think it's $1.3 million. Is the only thing they got to pay him, kind of like the Russell Wilson situation.
Right.
So,
Same situation.
I could not be mad at the Steelers with their quarterback situation and trying to make their team better for cheap. I mean, you can't say that's a bad move. You know what I mean? Now, do we play the video games and all that stuff? Dudes were sure. We all called what? And not Andy Dalton. What's his name? That just won the Super Bowl.
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. We all called him a bust. We all thought he was done. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna give a brother a chance, that's probably the brother you want to give a chance right now in the league. That's the only guy out there that's actually, he got talent. You gotta reel him in and see if you can reel him in. Is it worth the risk? If Aaron Rodgers, over Aaron Rodgers, no one wanted Aaron Rodgers back. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the options, man? I know we want to move forward, but it would only be for what, a couple years or something like that. Who knows? But
but is he going to read the playbook? I mean, there was an issue with him. They had to put a clause in his contract. I mean, come on, man. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers.
Also know that he was scooting around between 8 and 10 games in the dome. He's not going to do that in the AFC North. He's not. Our field is trash. So his one capability that he might have after the Pitt Panthers play, after the Whippeals play, and you think he's going to be scrambling around and doing things on pit surfaces in December? His one game attribute he's better than everybody at. He's not a good fit. I don't care how fast he is. I don't care how nimble he is. He has too many negatives. And if his best positive is scrambling and coming to the AFC North and trying to make things happen.
Yeah. Listen. I've checked Ralph's sources, and rumor has it that Dr. Seuss and the Electric Company are going to be playbook tutors for him. You know, they coming with him. They coming with him. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I got this.
I just got this. Good, Rich. What'd you say?
Last words. I'm gonna say somebody's going to take that flyer, though. I'm gonna tell you that.
Absolutely. 100%.
He might not be a good fit here. And Rome made some really good points about the turf, about him being small. And I hate when somebody, they're too small. But in that position, there was a few. Doug Flutie could do it, and maybe a couple other ones. But I would not. He's injury prone. He hasn't really had consistent success. I would not give him the keys to this team. I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Okay. All right. Hey, Rich, before you go, now, seeing the combine and the tape, who would you like the Steelers to take in round one?
Round one.
Give me three options.
3 options. All right. My main man, for real, was Makai Lemon, right? I don't know if he messed it up interviews or whatever. I know y'all seen the sassy interviews. That was kind of
it was weird. I don't know what he was doing with that.
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing with that, but I feel like that's just his personality. Maybe he's from the hood or something. He can't get it out of him, or I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't know. But also, is Vega still here from Penn State, the guard?
Okay.
If he drops it, I'd take him. I'd take him.
I don't want another offensive lineman in this round. I mean, that's just me, though.
If he's a stud, you got to take him, Luke.
You can get a stud later.
No, you can't get a stud later. No, you don't want to. You don't
later.
You don't want to reach. Just that's crazy. You don't want to reach for a position when the talent's in front of you. You don't have to reach for a receiver, like they said. You don't got to reach for a receiver, and we don't have to reach for a quarterback. We're at pick 21. At pick 21, it's going to be hard to get the creme de la creme.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe a lineman, though. Lineman, no more.
Yeah.
All right, give me one.
I mean, you did a pretty good one at 21. Thank you.
My other wide receiver would be. I don't think too many dudes are going to drop for real, man. I go. I don't even know right now, man. For real. Because you just got to see how it falls. For real. I do like the Skylar Bell kid from Connecticut. Y'all check him out at all?
I'm gonna have to check him out from Connecticut. Skylar Bell.
Go check him out.
Okay.
Yeah, Skylar Bell's pretty nice. I don't know if you want to reach for him in the first round. I think you can get a guy like that in the second round. And the two dudes from Indiana, Amor Cooper and Elijah.
Yeah, Cooper Jr.
Yeah, man.
I like Cooper Jr.
Yeah. Athlon Sports has the Steelers taking him in the first round. Athlon Sports.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he would slide to the second round, even though I think he has first round talent.
Hey, Rich, let me ask you a question. All you guys, really, would you rather have a great offensive lineman in the first round or a good wide receiver?
I'd rather have a great offensive lineman. Great,
Yep.
but good.
Fillmore hit it right. You might, at 21, you might get a great offensive lineman. I don't know how deep the wide receiver, you guys said it's deep. Maybe just a good receiver. I know you need receivers, but like Rome said too, the free agency. Or no, Rick said that. Rich said that about free.
We've had a future of some good receivers in late rounds.
Hey, Rich, man.
You know.
Hey, I appreciate the call, man. When you coming back on? When's the Underground coming on again?
I'll be back on Sunday, probably around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that.
Hey, make sure you tune in Underground Sports.
I'll post up.
All right, Rich. Appreciate you calling in, man.
Thank you.
Hey, we got Silver and Black. All right, appreciate you. Silver and Black is there. He said you still need to have a strong presentation no matter where you're from. Lemon didn't do well. Listen, Lemon, I don't know what was up with that. He was doing a whole lot of stuff that people. Let me play a little bit of this. Some of what people were saying. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Can y'all hear this? Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back and play this.
In the end zone, I ain't gonna let nobody in my way stop me from doing that. So the fastest way I can do that, I'm gonna do that for sure. Have you met with the Chiefs? And do you have any thoughts on playing?
I guess. I mean, I think it's a style that people were upset with, but
probably say Kelly Williams would be cool. From a teammate. So Aaron Rodgers would be cool. He a GOAT. He a legend. One more. I'll go Jaden Daniels. Sure.
What's up?
I don't know, man. There were some things that people said about, Lemon. Was he trying to bomb the interview purposely? I don't know. Jim, your thoughts. You've been quiet. I don't want you crying, Jim.
Well, man, I didn't think you guys was going to call my name, but Underground came up with a good one. That Bell from Connecticut, he actually was a good player for Wisconsin before he jumped in the portal, so he won't come as a surprise. Hey, just a couple things, man, before I get to that question. Hey, listen, I'm going to give you guys a freebie. My number one rated running back in the year, I think, is a great year for running backs. Don't forget, in 2010, my number one rated wide receiver was Dez Bryant, and who had a great career at Dallas. My number two rated receiver was Antonio Brown, that nobody ever heard of. Nobody thought he was coming out. I had to fight with the Steelers to take him as the third pick of their sixth round. If they didn't have 3 picks in the sixth round, they never would have took him. But 1B for running backs this year got to be Love from Notre Dame. I think he's going 1B.
He's 1A.
1B. Well, again, you call on me. He's 1B, and I love him. I think he's going to be a superstar.
Okay.
Got a white name, but he's black. Seth McGowan from Kentucky. I think he stopped robbing people. Now, I wouldn't count my money. he was in jail. But hey, look here. This guy dies hard. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. He can jump out the gym. He's athletic. He's fast. And I tell you what, it takes 3, 4, 5 guys to tackle him, man. Listen, this guy's going to be a superstar in the National Football League if given the opportunity. And like I said, I believe I put him on the lie detector, but I believe he's done being a felon. Hey, listen, I know Kyler Murray. I know. Listen, my brother lives in Dallas. They get their haircut at the same place. When this guy was in high school,
Kyler Murray don't get his haircut.
Listen, he never lost a high school game. He is Major Harris in the city of Dallas. I mean, he could do no wrong. Don't forget, in baseball, he was the 9th player picked overall.
Right.
People talk about what he didn't do in Arizona. Nobody does anything in Arizona. One of the greatest quarterbacks ever seen in my life was Archie Manning. And Archie Manning never had a team around him in New Orleans. Everybody thought he was subpar. But if you go back and watch Archie Manning film, he was outstanding. But they couldn't win. They weren't going to win with that team. Murray comes here. Listen, you got to look at him as Baker Mayfield. Number one, he can play in the cold. Oklahoma, it get a little cold in Oklahoma, baby.
It don't. I was stationed in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. It don't get that cold.
Cold enough. Baker Mayfield. He is similar to Baker Mayfield. Listen, Doug Flutie should have been a superstar in the National Football League. Claudio will tell you that. You're not going to get these guys. You got to have a quarterback. You got to have somebody that loves you and you fit in that offense. But hey, the greatest quarterback I ever seen in my life, most exciting, was Fran Tarkenton. He was 5'10". You know what I mean? You can't tell me.
He said it. It's the second week in a row he brought Fran Tarkenton, by the way.
Come on,
you know Fran Tarkenton money? What's going on, man?
I was at a game at Penn Stadium in Giants. If you go back and you look at when he played for the Giants, that was before he went to Minnesota.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. But anyhow, hey, listen.
Fillmore, look at my book.
At 1.3 million.
Wow.
If you have the opportunity at 1.3 million. And
Fillmore, look at my book.
On the receiver to sound illiterate.
Wow, man.
There's more.
They take classes on how to deal with the media. This is after a few years of taking classes, and that's what you're going to get. He's not going to fit in the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got to have a guy like Malachi Fields to fit the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got to upgrade that diva locker room, and you're not going to do it with somebody that interviews like that, because the media will eat him up here.
Hey, Fillmore, I got 3 more Fran Tarkenton books, Fillmore and Great book, too.
Thanks, Claudio.
Hey, Jim, I hear what you're saying, but the best running back in this draft is Jeremiah Love. Tennessee.
Without question.
Tennessee's crazy.
I said he's 1B.
No. There's no 1B about it. There's one. He's that one. I mean, look, this guy's tape is incredible.
Have you ever seen the Criminal? Have you ever seen the Criminal?
Well, I like we had enough criminals. Listen, I like Jim.
Enough.
He did his job.
He can do it all. Look at this, Jim. I mean, this guy's the balance, the speed. Listen, Jeremiah Love, Tennessee. Where's my man at who's a Tennessee fan? If Tennessee's smart, they would draft Jeremiah Love. He'll be there. Him and Cam Ward could be the foundation for them. There's no way I wouldn't try to get this guy. And they're in perfect position. Running backs.
Their OC is Brian DeBoer.
Look at this, one-handed. I mean, he's just an amazing player, man. And I think he's really being undervalued. They're talking about No, he's a game changer for sure. For sure, Jim. Listen, man, time really went quick, man. Rich, that was a great there's a couple things I want to get into before we got out of here, but God darn, this time went quick. All right, couple things I did want to ask. Your top, give me your first three, Jim. The Steelers would take.
First three what? First three what?
Give me first three. You'd be happy if the Steelers get any of these three players.
Well, first of all, I'm not a fan, so I don't care what the Steelers do. It ain't gonna make me no more happier than what Chicago do. Huh?
You're a scout. I'm saying.
Yeah. You're saying make me happy.
Well,
if you're asking me what I would do. If you're asking me what I would do if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first round, I would take.
Before you got fired by the Steelers, what would you do?
I got fired 3 different times, but
fired quite a bit, Jim. I wonder why.
Hey, in the first round, there's no doubt about it. I'm taking Taylor Green. Let him sit behind Aaron. I'm assuming Aaron Rodgers will be back. I know he was on McAfee today. I don't know if he announced. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing that I would do in the first round. In the second round, I would take one of the receivers that I love. I just happen to love Ted Hurst from Georgia State. I don't think they'll take him that high. Or Malachi Fields. I would take him in the second round. Now, depending. Let me move that back. I'm sorry. I got to take my white boy in the first round. I got to take my white boy in the first round. The safety from Oregon. First round. Taylor Green, second round. And then with one of the 3 third-round picks, I got to take Malachi Fields or Ted Hurst.
Okay. All right. Same question you.
And if you hold a gun to my head, in the third round, I'm taking my number 1 running back from Kentucky.
Okay. All right. Big Ro. Any 3 picks after the season? What 3?
It's tough to get somebody specific. I would first look at a wide receiver. Somebody that's probably going to drop is Denzel Boston or Casey Concepcion. I think he'll be good in that range down there.
KC will be there in the second round, bro.
It's just a reach for me. Like, I mean, my honest opinion is that I want us to pick a wide receiver in the first round, but I want to get some of these draft picks juggled so we can have greater draft pick capital in next year's draft. So in my mind, after the first draft pick of picking a wide receiver, I definitely want to pick best player available. And it's so volatile right now, right before then. It's kind of a little difficult without having them, the pro days to really continue to flesh it out. But definitely a wide receiver in the first round, and I definitely want to see us trying to get some of these third round picks, maybe even a second or third round pick to either move up to pick somebody this year or to combine something to move down a little bit and get some more draft capital for 2027.
Okay. All right. Ralph?
All right. I got Tyson, from my Arizona State.
Yeah.
Okay. I got Ty Simpson slipping to the second round. Steelers taking him there. And I got Antonio Williams, running wide receiver from Clemson.
Oh, okay.
Wow. All right.
Two wideouts.
I wouldn't touch any of these quarterbacks in the first, second, third round. None of these guys are going to be quality starters. Backups at best is what I see, except for Mendoza. I think he'll be an average quarterback.
And I also got the Scott kid from Miami, cornerback in the second round too. Maybe.
Okay.
All
right. Phil Moore, then we'll come to you, Claudio. Man, this time went quick.
I'm with you with Jordan Tyson. He's my favorite receiver right now. Denzel Boston. So one of those two. Honestly, I'm being a homer right now, but I want Kyle Lewis. I want to pick up Kyle Lewis maybe in the second or third round, man. Like he showed out.
He might be there in the fourth.
Hey, well, whatever, get it. I like him, and I also like the safety from Toledo, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. He's rangy. He's a hitter in the box. You know what I mean? So I do want the receiver first. Jordan Jordan Tyson's my favorite one there. And I want them to go with defense, middle linebacker, and safety as well, and then get Sawyer Robertson maybe 4th or 5th round if they can.
Okay. Claudio.
You know, I say it all the time, offensive line, especially if he's white. Then the second round, I go after a wide receiver. I think because you can have a great wide receiver, but if the quarterback doesn't have time to throw it to him, you're in trouble. Offensive line. Number 2, wide receiver. Number 3, I maybe a back, maybe a running back. If there's a good one available, I get him.
Okay.
Luther, I don't think any of them are going to be. When you draft somebody first round, a quarterback, man, he has to be damn near a lock. He's got to be a stud for years. And I just don't see any of them doing that. Although, for some reason, the kid from Penn State, Allure, but like Ralph said, not first round. I like him in his compounds, but when the game is going on, when it's fast, that's a different ball game. But he did improve a little bit in my eyes, just a little bit. But I wouldn't draft him maybe 4th round, 5th round. But again, offensive lineman, wide receiver, and running back.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, Drew Allure, this guy came in. They said he was going to be the next Tim Tebow. Never had. How are you a quarterback? You're in a playoff game and you don't complete any passes to a wide receiver, and in the past to lose the game, throwing across their body to the other side of the field, just gave Notre Dame the game. Listen, he's not an NFL quarterback.
Who's his coach?
Well, we know who his coach is. Coach got fired this year.
I'm just letting that out there. If we're talking about competency at the level of coaching and stuff like that, and you're talking about Mr. Franklin, I would spend a third after the all get like 3 or 4 third-round draft picks. I'd spend one of those if he's still there, because not to say that it's a throwaway. We got compensatory picks. Somebody like that. He has I wouldn't label high ceiling, low ceiling. He probably got a very low floor. But if he strikes because it's the coaching, I'm willing to take that risk for a third round pick.
Very much so. Yes.
Listen, man, he's Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Drew. You're the same quarterback. That's where I'm at with that. I'm not impressed with that guy at all. I don't see it. Real quick. Any surprises on the free agency market that you want to talk about before we get out of here? Jim, any franchise players? Is George Pickens, is he going to show up for Dallas, or is that going to be a fight, Jim?
Well, it doesn't matter when he shows up, because he's going to show out whenever he shows up. He's the best player in all of football. He's the Michael Jordan in the National Football League, the best athlete in the league. So 28 million right now is on the table for him, guaranteed. Maybe they can do a little better.
They better do a little better. He's going to turn into George Pickens for the Steelers, and it'll be.
Well, you've been wrong all year long. You've been wrong all year long on George Pickens. You talk about you went and exaggerated. You went and exaggerated on the show when you said he was suspended. He was suspended one play, and the same way with the other receiver. They was both. It was one play. It was one play. I watched the game. It was one play. Him and the other receiver when they was in Vegas, CD Lamb. But nobody talks about CD Lamb. CD Lamb led him down the wrong road.
Wow.
Trey Henderson, we talked about him. He's a free agent. I thought the Cincinnati, if they were going to do this, they should have traded him last year. I mean, now they're going to lose him for nothing. I don't understand it. Kenneth Walker is out there. I thought they were going to lock him up. They didn't. So we'll see.
They can't, man. They have to pay.
Week-time game. Well, the Steelers can almost close their eyes and win the division. Baltimore's going to take a step back. They got a bum in there as their head coach. Cincinnati's coach is looking over his shoulder. He knows he's getting ready to get fired. And Cleveland made a bad move. They have no offensive line. They got one of the greatest
greatest quarterbacks.
And no Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz is no longer with the Browns either. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah, is that by default or Hey, I love some Shador Sanders, but that was a shock that he made the Pro Bowl.
it was not a shock. He earned the Pro Bowl because the Pro Bowl was about who's watching.
Right.
And no one had more eyeballs this season than Shador Sanders.
That's a fact.
You know how many quarterbacks had to drop out before Shador Sanders was we have to go down that line. Let's not tell stories.
He's only like half the AFC guy.
I gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't be telling stories at 10 o'clock at night.
If the door turned it down, they asked me I was going to be next, and I didn't even play this year.
I got a bad hit. I couldn't rock with it.
Hey, Underground says other teams get the bid on Pickens. Cowboys can match. We will see how much he is worth to the rest of the league.
Very true. Yeah, good point. Good point.
So it was a good sign, and they can at least keep him for 1 year. But if someone says and they don't pick him, then the Cowboys get draft picks. So whatever case that may be, it'll be a good look. But I got a person who wasn't signed to the franchise, and that's Alec Pierce. Now he is going.
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah.
Ooh.
I like Romeo Dobbs from Green Bay. I think we should
too. Yeah, both of those cats are available out there. That's going to be. They're going to be movers and shakers when it comes to the players like that. If they get to the right team, or the right team gets one of those players, watch out. And I would love for the Steelers to put their hand up because that's one less worry that we have to worry about, at least until later on in the draft.
One thing I did see, David Montgomery got traded to the Texans.
From
Detroit to the Texans. Jim, you think that's a good move? I was shocked.
For the Texans, yes.
But they gave him a lot. A 4th round pick, a player.
Again, why are you shocked, Lou? I told you the biggest curse of all time is the Bobby Lane curse in his 69 years in counting since 1958. Yeah, I told you, Detroit will never see a Super Bowl. They're just dissolving right before our eyes. Nothing surprises me, man. Nothing surprises me. The Bobby Lane said 1958, after they won 3 world championships, Bobby Lane said Detroit will not win another championship for 50 years. Everybody laughed. It's 69 years later, and they still ain't won a championship, brother. And getting rid of Montgomery don't help. But I just Joshua Cribbs or whatever his name is, that hurts him. That hurts him. You know the guy. Yeah, you know the guy with the bad leg. It came from Cleveland. That's probably going to get him cut out the league now because he was doing pretty good for Texas.
Oh, you mean Josh Cribbs?
Yeah, Nick Chubb.
Chubb.
Returner, Jim. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, there used to be a running back for the Buffalo Bills named Cribbs.
Joe Cribbs, number 20 from Auburn. Joe Cribbs, number 20 from Auburn. He was big time.
Joe Cribbs.
Yes, crazy.
You know something? They might.
I agree. Underground.
Speaking of offensive line, Samalu might be gone. I'd look at David Edwards.
Yeah, Samalu's not a big
from Buffalo,
even though he gave Fillmore's a big.
Hey, look, no Sam Allo slander on this side.
Here you go.
Hey, re-sign him. I want to come to another game.
10-year deal. 10-year deal.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, appreciate Rich, all the calls. Any final thoughts, Smoking Jim, before we get out of here, man? Our time is up. Nothing. Anything on March Madness, fellas? It's almost time.
Arkansas. Go with the Italian guy.
Woo, Arkansas won't have a chance.
Miami of Ohio. Undefeated.
Miami of Ohio is undefeated. That's just shocking, man.
They'll lose in the second round.
Look at the second round and lose.
Michigan for sure, because you know I get down. Sleeper team, St. Louis.
Miami of Ohio.
St.
Louis is 41 on offense, and they are 31 on defense. They have a guy named Robbie Avelia. They call him Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Cream.
Cream. Wow. Cream.
I'm ready. They said
Cream.
his name is Cream Abdul-Jabbar. That's his nickname. I'm watching.
Cream.
Right there.
See that, man. Hey, listen, Jim. We know you don't know anything about basketball, but any thoughts on? I'm more concerned. I think the women's NCAA is going to be more exciting to me. You know, a lot of questions about UConn undefeated, South Carolina, UCLA, LSU. I love the women's game. The men's game.
Arkansas and St. John's. That's it.
You like their coaches. Listen, hey, Big Rome, I'm sorry to break it to you. Michigan don't have it, man. You saw what Duke did to them.
I see what Duke did to them, but that's a loss that they needed to take right then. Now they know they gotta turn the corner over there. What was they doing before the loss?
They was knocking over. They was looking great.
He was knocking over
top 25 points. The bigger the game, the harder they fall. We'll see. I hope it's different, but they're not looking to Duke.
I ain't put you in a trick bag, but don't talk about it. Be about it.
All right,
don't let your mouth run.
Hey, listen, man.
Tell me something.
Fillmore, look, Calipari. Fillmore, look, Pitino.
Yeah.
Jim Galvano.
We're talking about Italian coaches. He goes crazy, man.
Go ahead, man. I love it. I love it.
Collins.
Let him cook.
I got them all.
You got them
I
all.
love it. Yes.
Man. Hey, listen, man. It should be great.
Hey, wow. That's direct.
Right here. This guy here is mad at me because I said some things about people in Ocean City. So,
well,
yeah.
you pissing off people in Ocean City too.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be allowed anywhere, Ralph. Jeez.
Come on, man.
I take personal pleasure in doing that.
Hey, listen, man.
Ralph's a good man. Ralph's a good man.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
It is. Hey, I appreciate all you guys for coming in. Thanks
for good seeing you.
Check out the website, fellas. All the viewing audience, make sure you go and stop past. We got some good things going on. Some more trophies we're going to do as well. But for Smoking Jim, Big Rome, Fillmore, Ralph, Claudio, I'm Luther. We'll check you out next time. Peace.
Thank you.